Here is Donald Trump. This is a photo of him in Pennsylvania. He's with arriving in Jonestown. This is, of course, close by where Flight 93 crashed in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. The passengers took over that plane, as far as I understand, and actually they basically tried to commandeer it, and it crashed, and they prevented another attack. And here's Trump. He's in mode. Yeah,
the one that matters is me. I'm the only one that matters.
Helicopters. The Secret Service guys are like, what the fuck is the matter with this guy? Melania's like, don't even ask. I'm not even going to explain, Ski.
I'm not here. She's just been pretending she's been invisible for the last 6 months.
My invisibility cloak. I'm wearing my invisibility panties. I'm not here. And lest you think Donald Trump was being a little cavalier and maybe the fake press caught him in like a weird moment, and really what he was doing was actually making a really somber gesture. Here's his commemoration tweet that dropped at 7:58 a.m. Eastern Standard Time this morning. 17 years since September 11th. And that's it.
Exclamation point.
Exclamation point. That is the quote. I'm going to have to do, could you imagine 8 years since September 11th? Exclamation point. Here I'm in Shakesville. What's up, baby? Jonestown. What's the matter, Michelle? Why you look so somber? Come on, woman. Come on, baby girl.
Fired up, ready to go.
He puts on some, he's like, well, can't we play some Mal Green in the parking lot? I want to dance.
We're going to Shakesville, baby.
We're going to Shakesville. Good job, Devils. You took one of them down, but the rest hit. Law walk bar. All right, let's go get this speech on. Okay. And then, of course, after these very weird, discordant memories, Trump went and did the other thing that he's great at besides being an absolute narcissistic jackass, which is fear-mongering and smearing Muslims.
A piece of America's heart is buried on these grounds, but in its place has grown a new resolve to live our lives with the same grace and courage as the heroes of Flight 93. This field is now a monument to American defiance. This memorial is now a message to the world. America will never, ever submit to tyranny. Since September 11th, nearly 5.5 million young Americans have enlisted in the United States Armed Forces. Nearly 7,000 service members have died facing down the menace of radical Islamic terrorism.
So, first of all, I thought the grace comment was always funny, coming from Trump. I don't know whether or not we'll submit to tyranny, but the threat of tyranny does not come from Yemen or Pakistan. It comes from
I don't know. Have you seen their pickup trucks?
Yeah, I've seen those pickup trucks. And as scary as they are, it comes from your bloated self, Mr. President.
It's also weird just to, like, they need to fill up the content of that speech with something. So you name the amount of soldiers who have enlisted.
You name the amount of soldiers that have enlisted.
And not any relevance to, like, what good that's done us. Or, like, the safety of the world in general and, like, people's living standards abroad. Like.
No, it's a numbers game. Everything's a numbers game.
Yep, it's like when that columnist whose name escapes me currently, the best of all possible worlds guy.
Steven Pinker.
Probably listed the number of troops we have and the size of our army as one reason
Mike Allen,
why
Axios.
Why actually things
Allen.
are only getting better. And I was like, that's an interesting interpretation of what's better. Also, Spencer Rapone made this point when he was on our show, which is that this sort of incredible amount of pageantry around the troops and sort of blind jingoistic support for American foreign policy and conflating that with supporting the troops. He says that that's really kind of a recent since 9/11 type of thing, which I'm sure it existed in some form before that, but yeah, that hadn't occurred to me.
It was, I think it may be because it was more democratic anyway, right? Like now it's, everybody knew somebody because you had the draft, maybe. Like the draft might have had something to do with that sort of thing. I'm not sure. Like you have to
Things
force
really
it a bit
got
more.
amped up after September 11th.